This is a bit of a first for me. Hello. You've probably seen me a couple of times on uh, this blog, Viewpoint. I've done a video post or two before. My name's Ian Beaumont, and this is what I look like when I'm sat here. I won't call it the situation room, but I sort of sat here at central control, as I call it, op center, and look through what is happening in the world today. And it's from here where I look up the various stories that I cover right here on the Viewpoint blog. So basically, for Video Blogging Week, what I thought I'd do was, instead of writing the posts, I thought I'd videotape them. So here I am, face-to-face with you for the first time. Well, not quite the first time. I actually did a video viewpoint earlier this year when it snowed. Though that was on a different camera, and I was outside, and that was bloody cold. But basically, what I do is I take a look at the news stories that are being generated, and browse around the various news sites and see what I can find. For example, let me tell you what's in the news at the moment. Well, today is Sunday, of course, the 5th of April, Video Blogging Week Day 1. And amongst the stories that are being covered today, the rocket launched by nuclear-armed North Korea on Sunday appears to have fizzled in the Pacific Ocean, but positioned a defiant Kim Jong-il to make demands from an international community worried that it indicates the capacity to fire a long-range missile. President Barack Obama and other national leaders immediately criticized the Korean leader for threatening peace and stability of nations near and far. Also in the news today, declaring the future of mankind is at stake, President Barack Obama said on Sunday that all nations must strive to rid the world of nuclear arms, and said that the US had a moral responsibility to lead because no other country has used one. A North Korean rocket launch upstaged his call to action, delivered in the capital of the Czech Republic, Prague, a former satellite of the Soviet Union. But Obama dismissed those who said the spread of nuclear weapons, the most dangerous legacy of the Cold War, cannot be checked. In Binghamton, New York, people from 8 countries have been identified as victims of a deadly rampage at the Immigrant Community Center earlier this week. Police said on Sunday that 4 of the victims were from China and 2 were from the United States. In Islamabad, a suicide bombing at a crowded Shiite mosque south of the Pakistan capital has killed 22 people Sunday, the latest evidence of how security in the US allied nation is crumbling well beyond the Afghan border region where Al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters thrive. The violence came as a senior Pakistan Taliban commander said his group was behind a more deadly suicide bombing Saturday night in Islamabad and promised 2 more attacks per week in the country if the US does not stop missile strikes on Pakistani territory. Also in the but all those are some of the sort of main stories in the news. But the one that kind of got my attention today, really got my attention, was a story on the SBS World News Australia site. That's www.sbs.com.au/news. It's one of the most viewed stories of the day at the moment. And basically an attempt to distract university students in Maryland from late-night drinking with a feature-length porn movie has been blocked after state senators threatened to cut funds for the college. The 2.5-hour Pirates 2 Stagnetti's Revenge, apparently the most expensive pornographic film ever made at a cost of 10 million US dollars. That's about $14 million Australian. Would have been shown at a University of Maryland Student Union Theatre on Saturday. Now, organisers at the campus, 16 kilometres north of Washington, had championed educational aspects of the screening, with health group Planned Parenthood planning to hold a presentation on safe sex practices beforehand. The event was also previously seen by university officials as an alternative to late-night drinking and other dangerous activities, the Baltimore Sun reported before the cancellation. However, Republican State Senator Andy Harris proposed an amendment to the state budget to deny millions of dollars in funding for any educational institutions that screen a porn movie. All I have to say here is I'm not surprised that the puritanical Republicans put this forward. They always seem to think they know what's best. But I honestly think that given a choice between having a lot of teenagers out late night drinking and a lot of teenagers in a theatre watching a porn film, the drinking is by far and away the more dangerous. The porn film significantly less so. Still, I'm not surprised that the Republicans see it differently. They do seem to have the whole thing somewhat backwards. Anyway, so that's my first video blog post on Viewpoint for Video Blogging Week. I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow, and I hope you'll come by and watch. Cheers for now. See you tomorrow.